In a brazen escalation, Iran reportedly carried out a drone strike on America's Central Intelligence Agency's CIA station in Saudi Arabia. A source familiar with the matter told Reuters that the CIA facility inside the US Embassy in Riyadh was hit by a suspected Iranian drone. The source further told Reuters that there was no indication the station was the target. The embassy, located in the Saudi capital of Riyadh, is among the US sites hit so far in the conflict. Saudi Arabia's defense ministry said the embassy was hit by 2 drones, which resulted in a limited fire and some material damage. A State Department memo said the strike collapsed part of the roof of the embassy and that embassy personnel should continue to shelter in place, the Washington Post reported. The memo did not mention if any CIA personnel were wounded and declined to comment on the situation. Subsequently, Washington's mission in the kingdom warned Americans to avoid the embassy until further notice due to an attack on the facility. On March 3, the U.S. mission cancelled routine and emergency U.S. citizen services appointments, saying in a security alert that there is a threat of imminent missile and UAV attacks over Tehran. Do not come to the U.S. consulate. The attack on the CIA facility may be significant to an embattled Iranian regime that has long viewed the American spy agency as its ultimate foe. Meanwhile, following the intensified Iranian attack, the Saudi cabinet said in a statement they will take all necessary measures to defend its security and protect its citizens and residents. This comes as Iranian missiles and drones target key oil and other facilities in Riyadh and other parts of the kingdom. Saudi Arabia's Ministry of Energy said 2 Iranian drones were intercepted near the Ras Tanura oil refinery, with debris causing minor damage, according to the state-run Saudi press agency. This comes after Iran allegedly attacked Saudi oil giant Saudi Aramco. Iran's Tasnim news agency quoted a military source as saying the attack on Aramco was an Israeli false flag operation, as Israel's goal is to distract the minds of regional countries from its crimes in attacking civilian sites in Iran. The drone attack came after the US and Israel launched an attack on Iran early on February 28th. The waves of strikes killed Iran's supreme leader Khamenei and scores of its senior military and political command, civilians including school kids, prompting fierce retaliation by the Islamic Republic. The Iranian forces and IRGC have been ferociously targeting US and Israeli targets in the region, as well as those of Gulf partners. According to the Washington Post, citing the Central Command, Iran has attacked over 1,250 targets since the war began. Iranian missile and attack drones have struck Kuwait, Qatar, Israel, the United Arab Emirates, and other locations, including civilian targets.
In a dramatic escalation in the heart of the Middle East, 2 suspected Iranian drones struck the U.S. Embassy in Riyadh, setting off a fire and triggering emergency security protocols across the region. The incident unfolded in the early hours of Tuesday morning, when a loud blast shattered the silence around the diplomatic compound in Saudi Arabia. According to Reuters, flames were seen rising from the embassy grounds shortly after the explosion. Sources familiar with the situation described the blaze as minor, but the symbolism of the strike is anything but small. CNN reports that no injuries have been confirmed, yet the geopolitical impact could prove far more severe. A direct strike on a U.S. diplomatic facility marks a bold and dangerous moment in an already volatile region. the U.S. mission to Saudi Arabia swiftly issued a shelter-in-place order for American personnel in Riyadh, Jeddah, and Tehran. Non-essential travel to military installations has now been restricted, underscoring fears of further escalation. The advisory stretches far beyond Saudi borders. It now applies to Bahrain, Egypt, Iran, Iraq, Israel, the occupied West Bank and Gaza, Jordan, Kuwait, Lebanon, Oman, Qatar, Saudi Arabia, Syria, the United Arab Emirates, and Yemen. This is not a local alert, it is a regional alarm. In a strongly worded statement posted on X, Mora Namdar, Assistant Secretary for Consular Affairs, urged U.S. citizens to depart now from the listed countries using commercial transportation due to what she described as serious safety risks. The language was urgent, direct, and unmistakable. Earlier, the U.S. Embassy in Amman, Jordan, announced that its personnel had departed the diplomatic site due to a threat. That move now appears part of a broader pattern of heightened readiness. The strike in Riyadh, the evacuations in Amman, and the calls for Americans to exit the Middle East all point to one conclusion: the region stands at a precarious crossroads. Washington has not yet publicly confirmed Iranian responsibility, but if verified, this would mark one of the most audacious direct confrontations involving a U.S. diplomatic mission in recent years. For now, the fire may be contained. The diplomatic fallout is only just beginning. A stunning charge from inside the Gulf. A Saudi official has accused the United States of abandoning its Arab allies and redirecting its air defense systems to protect Israel. The claim comes as Iranian drones and missiles target multiple locations across the region. The official alleged that Gulf states hosting American bases were left exposed to Iranian strikes, even as Saudi Arabia and Qatar reportedly intercepted incoming drones. The message from Riyadh's circles was blunt. The regional war shadow, it appears, is widening fast. A Saudi official has accused the United States of prioritizing Israel's defense over its Gulf partners. According to the official, Washington abandoned us and redirected its air defense to protect Israel, leaving Gulf states hosting American military installations vulnerable to Iranian retaliation. The remark reflects mounting frustration in parts of the Gulf as tensions escalate between Iran and Israel, with U.S. assets increasingly drawn into the crossfire. The United States maintains significant military deployments across Saudi Arabia, Qatar, and Bahrain, installations that now sit within potential range of Iranian operations. Iran's security leadership has signaled that operations will continue. A senior Iranian security official reportedly warned that American facilities would be attacked as long as they are under U.S. control. Iran's Islamic Revolutionary Corps claimed it targeted several U.S. bases in retaliatory operations. The Gulf hosts some of the most critical U.S. military infrastructure in the world. In Qatar, Al Udeid Air Base serves as a major regional command hub. In Bahrain, the United States Navy Fifth Fleet operates as a central maritime force. These installations function as logistical and operational nerve centers for American presence in the Middle East. At the same time, Saudi Arabia has been urging fellow Gulf states to tread carefully, warning against actions that could inflame tensions with Tehran and pull the region into an even wider conflagration. It's a breathtaking balancing act: intercept incoming threats and defend national skies, but avoid the kind of provocation that could trigger a full-blown regional war. For the Gulf monarchies, containment now appears to be the only immediate strategy,
a desperate effort to keep the violence from spiraling further and dragging their nations into a broader catastrophe.